All right, Infinite Tarot 888. This message is for Cancer. So I kept hearing timing is everything. Everything. Timing is everything. So for some of you Cancers, it could be driving you nuts. It's almost like nobody wants to pay attention to what you want to say. Mm-hmm. And for some of you guys, and when I mean pay attention, it's like if you're in a situation, it could be with the boss. It's like they don't want to hear what you got to say. And if this is you, this is how they may be perceiving you. You took that risk. And they might have not wanted to pay attention to you. So I'm getting from this situation, you see there's nobody there but this particular person, man or female, but you took that risk. And I'm hearing on your spiritual journey, for some of you guys, they could have fired you. Mm-hmm. For some of you guys, if it was a risk in investment, you could have had a group, whether it was a family. For some of you guys, it could have been, a sibling or something, or a family. Or if this was, marriage, maybe they didn't want to take a risk with you. And they left you, and you followed your dreams or your purpose. It's something like that. It's what I'm picking up. Now it could be in music, and I'm picking up maybe you could have a couple of clubs, or maybe you do music DJing or something, but you followed this passion you have, and they could have thought you was a fool. Mm-hmm. And if for some of you guys, if you're in a situation where I'm picking up where there was people trying to control you, and that's why I'm hearing timing is everything. It's almost like you could feel it within you, even though you could feel abandoned, unappreciated, is what I'm hearing. Look, even if it was if you were an employee, you could have been the supervisor. You wanted to move up. But it's like crabs in a bucket. You're a crab. They wanted to hold you back. But you research, and this could be something to do with what you're doing right now or what you're about to step in. You're taking the step, and it could be something like music, and it could be something that it's almost like you're marching to your own beat of your own damn drum, is what I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. And look, this could be you even exploring, moving, meeting new people. I'm hearing new soul tribe. And for a lot of you guys, for some of you guys, if this has to do with the work, let's say a workplace, and they didn't want to give you a raise, they didn't. It's almost like false promises from a boss, and they're watching you because they could have said, "Oh, you're not gonna find nothing over there. You're not gonna be able to do nothing with music or talent." But even with this music, if it's not in music, there's something that's growing within you, this light, this talent, and you're being tested. Even if they did you dirty, because somebody could have played on you, man or woman, it's almost like, yeah, whatever. And if this isn't love and it wasn't a workplace, yeah, maybe they're finding out. Maybe you were of service. But let's get off that note, because I'm laughing. For some of you guys, yeah, it could be something with work. Somebody could have found out, or you could have found out something was going on at work, and you said, "I'm losing la chingada, fuck it." And this could have been somebody you were working together with. So you took that leap of faith. Maybe they didn't want to come with you. You said, "I'm losing la chingada." This person, even though you were leaving, setting up, look, I keep channeling this. Mm-hmm. And here's what I'm picking up. See, there's a woman that's leading there, right? Right here. If, let's say you were the boss. Right, here's the boss. Look, here's the boss. A lot of you guys, or if this message is not going to resonate for all of you guys, it's going to be for some of you guys. If this was a spouse or a sibling, is what I'm hearing, man, it's opposite sex, because it's a woman and here's the man. For some of you guys, you are stepping into a different direction. Maybe it's a family business, who knows, but it's a sibling, opposite sex. And you were doing research, you wanted something new, you wanted to, when you have a hunch, either you answer your calling, is what I'm hearing, or you don't. You put it here because you're too worried about what other people are gonna think, and you could lose that opportunity. It doesn't matter how long it takes, because people will be sitting there, because I'm picking up on this energy. Oh, it's been already a couple of years. It doesn't matter. That's why in the beginning I heard timing is everything. And it's not your timing, it's not their timing, it's God's timing. That's what I just picked up. And they could see you like this. And imagine how crazy it would be for you to leave everything you've built to just, and for some of you guys, you didn't even have a chance to leave willingly. It's almost like they plotted, y vámonos. You could have felt, swindled. It could be from it could be conspiracy. It's almost like they teamed up. The same employees you had, they teamed up against you. And if it was, it's something like that. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but timing is everything. And they could be wondering, because some of you guys could have had to get different jobs. Some of you guys, it could have been challenging like a motherfucker. You couldn't get a job if you were, if you were affected by the law. In other words, like if law enforcement was involved or something, I'm hearing, and you were a soldier, you have, just says integrity is the first word I picked up, the honor, the loyalty. So a lot of, even if law enforcement came around, they might have known you as this king, this somebody that just makes things out of nothing. You have that ability. So it's not stopping you. Now, for some of you guys, you're feeling this, and it could be, I heard black magic, but you got to stay focused and connect with God, because look, I'm telling you, some of you guys could have ended up here, and it's almost unfair. And it hit you out of the blue, and it could have affected your inner child. For some of you guys, it could have affected even your kids. Yes. But I said this in a different reading. I'm not sure which one. You guys go check the ones from yesterday. But if you're in the position where you're getting an injustice, and even if it is something that you did, God forgives. There's something, you could do two things. You could do whatever you want. I'm here. But some of you guys are going to go into jail with a purpose of not dealing with bullshit and really focus on what? Educating yourself. So when you come out, you continue your mission. For some of you guys, you might get early release. For some of you guys, you might have to deal with it. And something inside is going to, and it sucks, because for some of you guys, you're going to be in jail, and it's almost God fine tuning you to become some leader. And for some of you guys, you might even be helping people from, that are falsely going to prison, or they don't have justice. The judge could be pissed off one day at their spouse or dog, whatever, and they're just unfair. And for some of you guys, you could have lost a parent at a young age, and you're becoming a pinchy lawyer, and you did all your studies, is what I'm picking up. But for the ones that are in this situation, it's almost like you get out early. It's almost like if they were spying on you, because I'm getting this energy, Cancer, sun, moon, rising, anywhere. For some of you guys, you have the ability to be, I don't know, you're working in silence or something. And look, behind the spy, you're the magician. And if there's somebody that's coming after you, some of you guys, I don't know, I'm getting this energy where you're just silent. They want to watch, you're letting them watch. For some of you guys, look, the magician. Cancer. If you're having to research, if you're in this energy researching whatever you're researching that has to do with criminal activity, for even veterans, people that are treated unfair. I mean, you're talking about these people went to war, and for society, for everybody's freedom, and for somebody that you could be doing this research and figuring out, and the passion that God creates within you is going to make you unstoppable. Why? Because it could have tore you apart from a love of your life. Like, you might have been stepping into a different relationship, and the other person's too jealous, hurtful, sabotaging. For some of you guys, it wasn't you divorcing one. For some of you guys, it was the first love, and there's something there, and it's almost like there was an injustice. For some of you guys, you could have been in the dope game with this criminal, and you find out, They destroyed your ability to carry on life with. Let's say you were already out. You were changing your life, and somebody gets you caught up, betrays you. You don't retaliate. You retaliate in a way that God puts you in position to help others. Because right here, seeker of the secrets, you're say, all right, and God starts to give you downloads to see, and it could be that you could have lost. Like I said, if you're dealing, or or you could be a cross watcher, you're dealing with somebody that was in the, there was a betrayal when it comes to, the gang, the dope game, for whoever, look, because the gang is here, look. And for some of you guys, it was God. It was almost like you're being directed in a different direction. And for some of you guys, if it's not you, this is somebody you're dealing with. This person could have been involved in these activities, or could have been accused of this. And if either way, they're saying there's something about a change that was happening. Maybe there was a person that came into this person's life, and it started to change everything. That, it could have been a gang thing. Look, he said, you know what? I want to choose the right thing. For some of you guys, you wanted to move away from this, and for some of you guys, you already know it even could be, if it's not a gang, it's within a family. Oh, no, you can't get divorced. How are we going to look? But it's not up to you to be, supporting their image. You're going to do what you want, and you're going to follow your heart. For some of you guys, if it was an arranged, marriage, you're like, I'm uno de la chingada. We're in America. It happens here too. That's what I keep hearing. And for some of you guys, yeah, you were wanting to move away from this lifestyle. And we have the right to change our minds, guys. For even if it's a marriage, we make mistakes. We outgrow each other. Some of you guys, there's no compromise. You have a choice. And it could have been something about the barbershop. Look, for some of you guys, it could have been a setup. Somebody gambled on your. It's almost like and if you getting familiar with this kind of spirituality, you start to notice, because for some of you guys, there could be somebody that's gonna come to you. Look, it's gonna come to you like a friend, and it could be, oh yeah, I'm gonna protect you, and you gotta be careful because the moon is here. Look what was underneath. You could have warned somebody about this, and look. Vendor. So there's somewhere where you're repeatedly going. You might have stopped. And look, you run into an avenger. Somebody that's plotting. And here you are. All you're doing is you're doing God's work. This is for somebody that's changing. You're doing service. You're helping other people. El capitante. You're navigating. For some of you guys, you're not, hey, do this. No, you just, how did you do it? Hey, this is how I did it. You could do it too. It might even come out better. You make that connection, and that's part of your inheritance, fuckers. Everybody talks about inheritance, and it's all about materialistic. No, if you get it, you're going to understand. Inheritance, it's your birthright to have freedom in all areas. So you could be in this energy. The Capitan, it's almost like you're guiding. It's a voyage through the storms. Go watch the videos, how those people in the big ships, and your wisdom and the way you take action. For some of you guys, I'm hearing timing is everything. There's people that could have got over you, and all you were doing is volunteering, helping with who? The Father. For some of you guys, these people could have hit you hard. I don't know why I'm picking this up. When you had a loss of a father. For some of you guys, man or woman, it's hurtful. You could have seen your father pass away in a different way. And you don't talk about it. It terrifies you. You could have been young. For some of you guys, it's hard for you to open up, because you could have saw your father be taken away to jail, whether he was guilty or not, I'm hearing. But just the fact, I mean, you imagine a little kid and they're kicking door. A lot of people haven't experienced that, but if you have, you could relate to this. And this, I could be talking about somebody that could have been involved in this, but doesn't make them evil. Now, for some of you guys, yes, you could have seen. For some of you guys, I'm hearing you really don't know your parents. You don't even know your grandparents. For some of you guys, when you start to really dig into your ancestors, you're gonna realize what happened and why your parents could act like that and how it's repeated. Like when it comes to a loss, a lot of you, there's people that don't know you. You know, I gotta say, because I gotta say, you're an architect. There's the way God has you designing things. People really trip out. But I gotta say this because this is gonna be education when it comes to betrayals. And a lot of you guys, it's cool. I would tell you, if you read about it, better. But some of us don't have that ability. One, we probably don't read that well. We know how to make money, but we can't read that well. For a lot of us, our destiny is to experience it. And some of you guys could be caught up willing, just to keep that cycle going because you want to be in this energy of, no, I'm going to get my revenge, instead of saying, you know what, I know when to quit, when to allow God to handle it. I did everything I had to do. Let me sit back and allow God to forge me, to transform me, and put me in because a lot of you guys are going to get in this position where you're going to educate. Some of you guys have been done dirty. I'm telling you, you could have lost at a young age. And look, you're moving in this. I was going to say you're moving like this. I'm too big. I probably would fall through the roof. But there's something about this shamanic. You have ancient wisdom or whatever. And people are going to be learning. Now, the enemy is going to come in. And the enemy is closer than what you think. The persons that you least expect. And then you have the ones that don't even know you. And if they're trying to clown you, they're clowning themselves. Because at the end of the day, there's something missing in them. Some of you guys don't even respond because you can see right through them. And you don't even have to see them on the picture. It's just what they write on there, how they attack you. You're like, you know what they need healed. And they're just a clown. But for a lot of you guys, you don't even see them. Because at one point you was there too. A lot of them, all they want is attention, love. I'm telling you, there's some of you guys, you could relate. I mean, imagine seeing your mother, father just gone. And as a kid going there, and 10 years he comes out, and then it's a difference. How do you connect again? Everything has changed. People are still thinking you're the person that you was last year or 5 years or 10 years, and you're not the same, not even from 2 weeks ago. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus, you have, if they're grown as adults, they're actually like this. They need to heal their inner child. For a lot of you guys, they're tripping out. You could have been left out like this and not just posted on the community. You don't know how this feels until it happens to you. And we walk around like, no, it's never going to happen. And you can have all the money in the world. God will allow you to make it. Y así te lo quite. He'll take it away like this. It says it. Look, I had wrote it right here. Proverbs 23:5. In the blink of an eye, wealth disappears, for it will sprout wings and fly, like an eagle. Whether it says betrayal here, so you could have got betrayed and they could have painted a good picture, but the difference between them who betrayed you and you that got betrayed, you have a decision. You could create this kind of, create that. You could create black, you could be revengeful, or you could what? You could take the lead and run with it and paint your own picture. For what? You might say, for what I need to do that? A lot of you guys, because you could be in this, what am I going to do? And you have these people watching. And imagine having, for some of you guys, you could see, as a man, the shame, even a woman, to see your kids seeing you in that position, and they don't realize until for some of you guys experience this. And now that you're older, you're realizing, well, fuck, they ended up like that because the whole time they were lying. Some of you guys have people that refuse to help your parent or a grandfather, a mother. And you couldn't understand. You could have been in this energy, or some of you guys are experiencing that. But look what's behind it. Repairing lawyer. Some of you guys have prayed as a child, that please get me out. And people don't know how it feels, and it hurts. It could be devastating if you experience a mother that is going to betray you and allow this to happen. Maybe they took sides of the other person and you're the child. You know how devastating that could be. And you're standing in this position. Because to me, the soldier's like, okay, whatever you want, God, I can handle it. A lot of people, I could be speaking to women right now that have lost their person, and they came out and they're not the same. For some of you guys, you have a father figure, a husband, a brother, and they went to war and they're not the same. You don't understand what they've been through, even if they were in prison. My ladies, some of you guys came out and they don't understand. It's not that they don't understand. Se hacen pendejos. They act stupid. They know the hardship you went through. And look, for some of you guys, lady or man that have experienced this with criminal, that's the past. That's why I'm telling you, for some of you guys, you're going to go in and there's an education that God is going to align you to where you could help the youth. That's why the 3 kids, because some of you guys, whether you like it or not, you have the attention of the youth. And some of you guys don't, I don't want to be a role model. Fuck, it's hard because you don't want that position, but sometimes you don't. You don't have an option because sometimes God is going to put you there for a reason, and you can run like Jonah. He's going to bring you right back. Why? Because it's a divine purpose. And you might not even know. Look, divination is right here. You might not even know how to do things like this. You might have not grew up in things like this. Some of you guys, look, I can't sing. I'm fucking embarrassed to even get on camera. And you could be, you could freeze up. For some of you guys, yeah, look, somebody could have went and did some kind of reading. Or for some of you guys, you're dealing with people that are in this, y a huevo, they want to fucking destroy you, take this away from you and leave you in this, like siphon your shit. And they don't realize that you're protected, but they'll find out the hard way, I heard. But for a lot of you guys, there's a reason you're coaching, or for some of you guys, you have an amazing person that is guiding you, that is connected with God. And it's almost like when you hear them, it's like a singing in your voice, and it's not made for everybody, for a shitload of readers. And there's something very important that's coming through here. However you want to use your gift, a lot of you guys are in this energy not realizing you're about to save the youth, the younger generation, because you know what it feels like this. I don't know if I mentioned this on a different one, but I was talking to my son, and I said, he asked me, like, why? Because I rather had spent this having to deal with this betrayal, however it went, than having you struggle with your mom. I don't care. This is what I want to prevent. I want them to be better than me. And see, God is going to give you restoration, but it depends how you look at things. Look, for some of you guys with the lawyer, some of you guys, I don't have no money. God will open doors in a mysterious way, because there could be somebody still trying to fucking, and you might not even know this person, but somebody's going to fuck around and find out. And I tell people, I said, man, be careful who you're dealing with. Because some people like to sit there and clown and all this, and they don't realize that behind this character, the person you least expect, they'll bully the wrong person. And all of a sudden, because it's cause and effect. Some of you guys, they've only heard one side of the story, and you're the evil one. But they never said what they did. But that bully that's bullying you, look, all of a sudden you turn like this. And if you're that, man, look at the guys that did all these shootings. They're not the normal person that you see, the least that you expect. That's what I've learned. Be careful who you trying to treat wrong, because you'll regret it. You might be treating, this is how I'm hearing it. This is what I'm hearing. You could be dealing with somebody that Facebook, this, all kinds of shit. And then somebody recognizes you. Oh yeah, that's that person that was talking shit about this. And they don't know each other. But you might have said something that related to that person or a family member, and there it goes. There's your karma. Okay. It's just, look, it's very important. And a lot of you guys are on the edge because you do have somebody that's poking you. And it can hurt you because it's somebody that you would never expect. Imagine you help the person only for them to kick you to the side, and you're like, what? And you have the ability to go like this, but you're thinking like, man, I don't want to end up like this. For some of you guys, that's what they wanted you. And it's almost like they baited you. Mm-hmm. And you could have been a player, but that doesn't mean because you're a player, okay, let me set them up, fuck up their whole life. This could be man or woman. Just because, yeah, you cheated with another person. For my ladies, it doesn't give nobody a right to take your life, to make it miserable. No. And that's the thing. If I don't know, for a lot of you guys, doctor, be careful with being a player too much, because you could end up with that. You might be getting a letter pretty soon and be like, holy shit, I shouldn't have been creeping around with this ninja, because this ninja was from house to house, and you could have been warned, or you're being warned. Use your intuition. Nowadays, it's crazy. For a lot of you guys that are dealing with this homelessness, you don't understand the blessings that you have. If you keep moving forward, you have the ability to bounce back quick, fácil. You have this ruthless butcher. This is what you got to look at, to the negativity thoughts, not to the people. Those are entities that are operating with those people. For some of you guys, you're real grateful. You have somebody that, if you're homeless, that is looking out for you, because it keeps coming out. And this person could be feeding you. You don't understand the blessings. This came out again, and they're watching. For a lot of you guys, you're gonna coach people how not to fall in this. And one of the things that I've I fight for is educating the youth in math, in finances, but most importantly in relationships. A lot of us, they just throw us out in the woods. We learn from our parents, but they don't teach us, because they didn't learn either. There was not a manual. There is the Bible there, but relationships, emotions. A lot of you guys, your freedom is music. And for you guys, you're going to be leading the whole team. Trust me. The person they least expected, look, is running the team now. The person, is a lady right there. She's got all the guys. Órale, vámonos. And for a lot of you guys, you could be this, or you could have been this, and you have the ability to put people in power, man or woman, it doesn't matter. But your knowledge, your wisdom comes from God. Even if you wasn't this. That's what I'm hearing. And look, everything you touch turns to gold. Put it in the comments. Now that was a lot, 31. All right, let's see. What is your message real quick? This is deep. A lot of you guys have high morals. You're not bullshitting around and people trip out, even though your past is your past. You can't erase it. It is part of your growth. It says, I know my worth and I make sure to add tax. You ain't letting nobody take advantage of you. It says, you got this shit one step at a time. You didn't have to steal. You didn't have to step over somebody to get your position. Some of you guys could have said, órale, chingale, do it. And you walked away. For the ones that left somebody in charge, it shows. But if they did it greedy, it shows too. Because for some of you guys are dealing with that. You're dealing with somebody that, see, here you are giving them a hand, and then they betray you. All right, anything else? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Cancer. That was deep. That's deep. It says cruise control will not get you fucking anywhere. Some of you guys are idle. Stop coasting along in life when you can fucking soar. Get ahead of the curve, switching to a fucking higher gear to achieve your goals. And a lot of you guys, look, remember this is not for all of you guys, because you got to get in tune with God. Don't just take it off of here. All of you guys, God has you doing things differently. That's why I heard timing is everything. Some of you guys, you will be in this energy. You're here and you're cruising along. You're enjoying. It's part of your purpose. I heard bad days do not have a fuck up. Wait, bad days do not have to fuck up your life. They happen. The past is a past. A lot of you guys, they're scared to come around you because, and you're like, you already gave it to God. For a lot of you guys, you gave it to God, but you know, how do they come to you? For a lot of you guys, God gave them a chance to repent, because you might be running into people and they're tripping out. You're not the same. Look, you're in this energy. It says they happen and they fucking suck. But that doesn't mean bad days are how it's going to be every day in your life. Don't fucking get sidetracked by bad days. Work through them to get to the good days. Like Friday, baby. If you challenge her every day, shit. If you challenge yourself to fucking move ahead, you are motivated as fuck to succeed in life. Fucking dog was farting over here. I thought it was me. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. You're moving forward. So with, I don't know, you have this energy. It's like you have your mind, something on your back. But look, somebody was trying to trap you to get you in this energy, and it's not working. They're like, fuck, it's not working. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Cancer's fucking moving. Vámonos a la chingada. For some of you guys, that was a blessing. Look, the person if you were dealing with somebody that robbed you, they're going to rob them. It's just the way it works. It's universal law. Okay? So that's what I got for you, Cancer. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment. Share, comment.